Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Let's Play Empyrion. This is going to be a bit of a tutorial, as well as a playthrough of the main quest. With a lot of people getting into Empyrion now, with it having Reach release, thought it'd be a good idea to do a sort of tutorial based Let's Play, for which we're going to start in single player mode, obviously going into survival. We will randomize the seed. There we go. And we'll call the game Let's Play. Set that one. Right, for the settings, we're going to go mostly on medium. Couple of things I will change. Auto miner depletion, I'm going to put on to false. All of this I will keep as normal, because I'm going to assume you're a normal player. I have played this game on much higher difficulty settings. I normally have the drone presence high, but I tend to keep the enemy difficulty medium so they're not complete bullet sponges. Other than that, we'll keep for the sake of the Let's Play, we're going to increase the constructor speed to, not instant, but fast, and for the blueprint and repair speed, we will also put that on fast, mainly for the blueprints, not so much for the repair. The blueprint spawn limit, I recommend you keep off. This basically means you have to spawn everything on a large platform, which can be a bit of a pain in the butt. Block limit for certain devices. Now, that normally means that you can't put more than so many weapons on a ship. Quite often I have that true, but for this we'll keep it default. Mass and volume check we will have as on, because I think this is a good way to play the game. This basically gives you an inventory size and limits what you can do, but there are ways around it with using logistics, but we'll get into that as I will show you more. CPU points. I think CPU points is a good system. I like the fact that even with block limits off, it will limit what we can do in terms of absolutely caning a ship out to high heaven. So we will limit CPU points, and we will enable that. So if you are looking to use the factory, obviously you need CPU friendly blueprints. So we'll do that for the custom. We'll have a medium planet size, and while I am tempted to start on a no oxygen planet or the swamp planet, I will start on the standard planet. Now, a couple of things you should know. The standard planets have oxygen, lots of plant life, and the critters are relatively normal. There are some hostile critters, but there are also some non-hostile ones. The desert planet start essentially has a non-breathable atmosphere, so this means O2 will be under pressure from the very start, and sometimes the heat can be a bit much, so you tend to need to take a portable heater around with you. The start location of the swamp planet is a bit harsher. Generally the environment and the ground NPC critters and the like are quite hostile and can be a little bit more difficult to play with. However, this tends to come with the bonus of some extra available resources on the planet. As well as this, you'll be able to find cobalt rocks around quite easily, so it can get you a boost to your start at the cost of being more difficult. The snow planet, again, can be breathable or not. In this case, breathable. Can be very cold, so you'll need the portable heater with you. Similar, but I believe, I'm not sure if it has now been implemented, but I believe that the starter quests do not necessarily happen on this planet yet. Anyway, we'll start with the default planet. I am just going to go back quickly a second. Oh god. I think I've... No, we've kept it. Because there was one thing I was thinking to change in here, which was the start equipment. For the sake of teaching people how to build stuff, I'm going to start with a hard start equipment, which gives me a bit less. So if you start with the medium, you tend to get a few extra items like a heater, water cooler, that kind of thing. Whereas with the hard, you'll have less equipment. So we're going to go and run with that. Our new game has lost its name, so we'll go back to calling it Let's Play. There we go. And we'll get on and spawn into the atmosphere. I've been playing Empyrion since about Alpha 6, and a lot has changed in that time. And this game is one of my favourite survival games all in all. Generally has a few interesting glitches at times, but it has a lot of things. It has building, a bit more simplistic than Space Engineers, but more fighting. So you can control the pod, sort of, but you are going down whether you like it or not. We're going to sort of try and target it over... Oh no, there's one right there. So we'll try and land by this piece of wreckage, which might be helpful. There are rocks everywhere. So we will quickly try to get down there and land right by this rock, and we'll crash out. And here we go. And the first thing we'll get is IDA. Emergency situation detected. Protocol UCH blah 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 has been initialized, and we will say proceed. Ship status destroyed due to malfunction in the engine systems. Current situation crashed on unknown planet. Pilot status successfully abandoned ship in escape pod. Pilot health low but stable. Integrated data assistant IDA has rebooted. Wonderful. Welcome back, Commander. Glad to see you're alive. I'm currently evaluating the situation. This will take a few minutes. In the meantime, make sure to pick any items from your escape pod by pressing F before you go elsewhere. Thanks for the reminder, IDA. So we walk up the escape pod and we hit F. In here, we have some useful equipment. Prologue journey, barely escaped Inferno with your life, survived a hard crash in a battered escape pod, faced with dangers unknown. Now it's time to get some answers. Let's go. So we have emergency ration pack, which provides some food. Oh, here we go. This is going on. We'll get the purified water as well, a detector, which we'll show you in a minute, a tent, an ore scanner, and a Santa Claus hat and a snowman's head. Why they are packed in the escape pod, I don't know. Clearly they were of sentimental value, so we'll take them with us for now. I might end up ditching them later just for inventory space. Commander, for your reference, I've been storing our sensor and event logs since Apollon Station in the Empyriopedia, I'm going to call that, journey book. Just press F1, just in case you want to revisit the event that led us here. Opening the starting the journey entry. Open the starting... I can't speak. I've lost my ability to speak today. So I just pressed escape to get out of the thing I was connected into. Now we can press F1, which I think I might have just ruined a thing already. So press escape to go back in the menu. Main menu tutorial buttons. So solo missions. You can see starting the journey. We can see we've got the crash section, and the next is find station. So that's the PDA info, and we can go back to the log here and see everything that's happened. So that message that probably just came up is, Commander, I am tracking a UHC fleet signal sent from a nearby station. So that will be find the ship. So that's what we missed, and that's how to see what we missed if you go to the log page. So you want to pick up those. These are plant protein. One, you get XP. and 2, they look like little hot dogs. So that is basically food. These are herbal leaves. These can be used for making medicine. Now, you will want to pick up all of these that you see basically for 2 reasons. One, you will be able to make yourself some basic meds. We'll explore this crash site. And it also gives a small amount of XP, as you will see down by the health bars. I could take a health pack, which actually I should start sorting out my bar, which would be a wise move. So we'll tab open. So survival tool will be number 1 for now. We'll take the detector. I'm going to put this one, we'll put it on 3 for now. The tent will be handy. This one can just stay in your inventory, but allows you to see certain ores, so that's very handy. We'll put the med packs there, but we'll try to reservedly not use them. Bandages I might want. And these are energy bars, which are a basic food. You've got a portable heater cooler, which we'll put down here for now, and some basic meds, which cure thermal burn, frostbite, and necrosis. Hopefully we won't need any of them right away. The portable heater cooler you can just put down like so. Just select it off the bar, and if you want to pick it up again, you just press F. And as you see, it goes back to your inventory and slots itself right in the way on bar 2. So normally on these bits of wreckage, you can find weird little graphics glitcher. You can find a cargo container. Unfortunately, on this one, I can't seem to see it. I might have gone blind. I was hoping to find a cargo container. We will just quickly, we can use the survival tool, which if you press the right mouse button, will bring up this wheel. It has a defensive mode, a drilling mode, and a salvage mode. We'll just check the drilling mode just to check whether we can find a cargo container here a second, because sometimes when they spawn in, it puts them just below the ground. You never know. Yep, there we go. There's a cargo container right there. So some bonus meds, some mechanical components, and some extra purified water. The purified water can come in very handy because you can use it to make oxygen if you need to on a non-breathable planet. If we go back into the inventory, the other thing you can do is over here next to stats, which show you your level. We're already getting on close to level 2. We've got a survival constructor. Now, as I was saying, you can use the purified water to make some oxygen, you can make a detector, and you can make a survival tool with absolutely nothing. Which is great, because if you're left with nothing, these are things you will need. We can actually use the herbal leaves and a plant protein to make an extra med, which I will probably do. And we can use 2 plant protein to make a food bar. We can use 2 plant protein and 3 fibers to make a bandage, and plant protein, alien tooth, and herbal leaves to make antitoxic ointment, which will help you with poisonous bite and dermal parasite. A couple of other things you can make here: iron ore for our oxygen condenser, which will help you condense oxygen from the atmosphere and make water bottles, which can be very handy. Portable constructor, which we'll need to unlock, and the portable heater cooler, which we already have, but is currently locked due to our skill tree. Our skill tree is over here, and when we get into unlocking things, we will have a look at that, because you have base, capital vessel, small vessel, hover vessel, miscellaneous tools, and weapons. Miscellaneous will be where the portable heater cooler is, I suspect. Yes, portable heater cooler and portable constructor, but we currently have 0 points to unlock anything because we are just level 1. So we can get the scanner up and give it a ping, which you just do by clicking the left mouse button, which you normally would. Ping. I love that ping. And we can see some resources nearby: an iron deposit, a copper deposit, which is nice stuff. Oh, I didn't check whether it changed my auto miner depletion back, because we'll get to auto miner depletion, which I did in the setup. The auto miner depletion basically means that when we get to auto miners, if you are running auto miners, they will consume the deposit or not. Anyway, let's go back to survival tool, because this handily is an iron rock. We can use the drill mode, shoot the iron rock, and we should be able to pick up a couple of bits of iron ore, which will be very handy. This is well, they used to call it alien honey. It's called natural sweetener now. It can give you a bit of health back and a bit of food. So, for example, it can be very useful if you just shift and right click on it. You can eat it directly out of your inventory. As you see, our health went up and our food went up a little. But what we'll do is we'll start running and jumping, because it's the fastest way to move. If we had a jetpack, which we don't at the moment, it would make it even quicker. All armors have a built-in jetpack, but when you start on the basic start, you do not have an armor. If you start on any of the other starts, you will spawn with some armor. Just a light armor set, but we will have to make that. We can take this one. This is a copper bearing rock. And we'll take that, because that will be handy too. There we go. And we'll grab some more alien honey. Right. We've come to that wreckage. We should actually have a quick look at that wreckage I wandered straight past. We'll grab straight over there. There is a teleport station over there as well, which is storyline related. But we will get to that. Let's see if we can find... Oh, I think I know which one this is. This is quite buried, I believe. I don't want to spend too long drilling these things out. So we'll just have a quick look up this way. See if we can find it. Ah, cargo container. Hello, cargo container. And some stomach pills if we get some indigestion. Happy days. And bombing along, we will also pick up this plant, which is also, if you look at it, you can see in the bottom right hand corner it says blue alien flower. When you pick it, you can see it comes up 100 XP and 2 plant protein. So that's teleport station. We'll leave that alone for now. I thought that was all one animal. Then they're peaceful animals, those. So we'll leave them alone for now. We don't particularly want to get in a fight with them. There's an iron deposit and a copper deposit right over there, which is an excellent place to start. We will have a quick look on the map, because we wanted to find the signal. So I got a horrible feeling. Yes, that signal is the teleport station. So we'll go over to the teleport station, which I was going to avoid, but we'll go over to the teleport station to try and trigger the quest. Actually, I don't think that is the crash site. The one. I thought it was, but it is not. There was a... Oh, the signal source is not here. It is emitting from another position nearby. Okay, so there's a hovering thing over our console there, which tends to indicate it is quest related. This could be the first clue of what happened to us, IDA. Yes, it could be. But yeah, I can press F to talk to the teleport station. May not be wise. Let's find out. Here, as you can see, there's a cargo pallet. If I hover over it, you'll see it says, warning, this will change your rep to unfriendly with a Polaris. So we don't want to mess with that, because there are many factions in the game. The Polaris and Talon will be the first we tend to meet. And if we're doing the main quest, we probably don't want to piss them off before we start. So access the teleport station. It says identification failed. Excellent. Please enter valid access code. We will deactivate the console because we don't know what to do. Again, there's a core here. That's an admin core. Looking at the color of it. So I believe, yes, you will see there's a little yellow thing over there in the distance, the UHC Heidelberg. That seems to be where we have to go, which is a shame because we found some resources over here. And Heidelberg is quite a way away. And there were some nice little resources there. Probably almost enough to spawn in a small ship. But as we bounce our way over to the Heidelberg, we can pick up, there you go, we're already level 3 now, all these various goodies. Now I think there is a tutorial in the game you can still do. If you go to your PDA here, there is a tutorial set as well, but I'm going to keep off that. I'll be doing the tutorial here. Thank you very much. Now, if we want to unlock these, which to be honest, the portable constructor is going to be the main one we need. This is going to get us kick-started into making things and survival. We want to go into miscellaneous. As you'll see, the portable constructor is here. Things are limited by your level along the top. We'll just click on the portable constructor and tap unlock. And there we go. That should now be unlocked in the survival kit, which it is. It takes 3 iron ore to craft one, so we will have one. And that will start crafting as we start making our way. And we'll carry on bouncing along, grabbing basically anything of use that we see as we go along. If we see any wreckage or anything, we will grab it too. I'm going to give the detector another ping, just to see if there's anything else interesting. There's a couple of things over near the Heidelberg, but nothing else between us and them. So we will keep bouncing along. Just grabbing stuff and getting XP, of course, at 100 a pop every time we pick something. So that's very handy. Keeps us leveling up, which will be key. Now, this is plant fiber. This will be very useful. We'll take those out, those plant fiber. Aha! Now I am hungry. This will slow me down considerably. This is the best I can jump now. Now I'm hungry. I can eat some energy bars to get my hunger back. They do not give me a vast amount of food. They give me 45 a pop, and it takes a little while before you can eat more. My constructor is made, so I'll plonk that on my bar. But I can use the plant protein to make more energy bars, and I can use the plant fibers to make some additional bandages. So I'm going to make the 2 bandages I can make, and the rest of it I'm going to make into energy bars. And we'll keep that going as we head over towards the Heidelberg. I tend to, going for one and I missed. I tend to switch back to this if I can, just in case we get nailed by some alien nasties. So there's all sorts of weird plants here. You can grab natural stimulants here, which can make coffee and other useful things. Coffee gives you a stamina boost. These are vegetables. Now, the wild ones don't yield very much, but the iron rock. The non-wild ones yield a lot more. So when you've got a garden, you can yield a lot more from them than you can just by grabbing the wild ones. Now I'm going to grab this, which is a silicone bearing rock, so we can get a bit of silicone from this. But I'm being a little bit cautious out in the distance because I did see roaming around out there just over here there is a tellurapod. These things are not so friendly. We'll just eat another one of those bars a second. So this is a tellurapod. We're going to go into defensive mode. He is not friendly, and we're going to kill him. For now, he's not the fastest mover, but they do give quite a significant bite at the early stages of the game. Oh, Come on, Mr. Tellurapod. You're gonna die. Because I don't like you. They will give you meat and milk. Milk has its own uses. It can actually help you get over a bad trip. But we'll probably... that milk will probably end up going off in our inventory, to be quite honest. We'll grab that copper as well. And keep making our way towards Heidelberg. There's another happy Tellurapod over there. I mean, you want to watch out. Tellurapods normally roam around the edge of water. Like I say, they're not the most dangerous thing in the world, but they can be quite aggressive, and they can actually give you quite a nasty bite. When they want to, they can move quite fast, like that. As they have a gigantic mouth, you don't want to attack them when they're relatively low on stamina or food or something like that, because you'll struggle to get away from them. Now there's lots of Tellurapods here, which is not great. These little green grasshopper things are generally passive until you stay close to them for a while. If you're close to them for a while, they will come and attack you, and they are very annoying because they stun you. And that makes them a bit of a pain in the ass. Because once they stun you, they come and give you a few heavy bites. Oh god, I think that Tellurapod might attack me. Actually, he's being fairly passive. I've never seen one be that passive. They used to be a lot more aggressive than that. They used to have quite a wide aggro range. I'm going to grab all the rocks I can here. And I'm probably, just to play it safe, to save you using up your health pack, you can use some of those bandages. And that will help heal you up a bit, just to give you an extra health buffer, just in case one of those nasty Tellurapods decide to give us a bit of a nip. Now we're going to grab as much of this rock as we can as we head towards Heidelberg. It's not so far away now. Oh, there's a couple of hot dog plants here, so we'll grab the nicely growing hot dogs as we head over. There's a bit more silicon over there. We've actually had a relatively good run, which is one of the nice things about starting on the temperate world for a new player. There tends to be most of the different resources rocks relatively close to your crash site. On some of the other planets, they are restricted by biome, and that can be a bit more problematic. This is less fun. There are spiders here. So spiders are aggressive, and this gun isn't great. They will bug out away from you if they take enough damage, but they can be a little bit grumpy, and they tend to come in packs. So one good thing about all this is that... Oh, hello, yeah, thank you. Now, extra tip here, if you press shift... Oh, hang on, we'll just get ready for that spider who's going to try and attack us. If you hold down shift and press the F key, it will auto loot them directly into your inventory like that, without having to press any buttons or any additional buttons. So that was fairly good. The good thing about finding a few nasties to start off with is that it does give you a significant level boost, which is always good. Gets you leveling up quite quickly, and you'll want to be getting those first levels fairly fast. These guys, although they are big and appear to be somewhat scary, I tend to think of them as like giant alien cows. They are actually pretty passive. Oh, we've triggered the quest. It says Chapter 1, Human Remains. This planet has seen a lot of fights. Yours is only the latest in the series. Track down the UHC fleet signal, IDA is picking up, and you will possibly find the remains of your fellow comrades. Let's go. Yeah, so these are like cows. They really don't hurt. Wow, finding a lot of silicon. A lot of silicon in this area, and there's some more copper over there, which is fantastic, and you'll see why copper is going to be particularly fantastic in just a moment. Do also feel free to comment if you've got any questions on how to play or issues you've been having. Ooh, confetti moss scrapings. These are also quite useful for medical things of a higher difficulty level, so that's quite good. Yeah, if you have any questions or queries and you've been playing for a while or struggling with a problem, then let me know, because I have a relatively decent amount of experience with this game and may well be able to help you out. If I don't know, I'll say so, but a lot of the time I can help out with a lot of the basic things. This looks like our Heidelberg. Here we go. So we're going to be here for a little while. It's already starting to get dark, which is one of the less fantastic things, but it will give me an opportunity to show off some other items. So we're going to plonk the constructor down like so, and this will actually allow us to offload some of our items in our inventory, which we will do in here. Now, don't be too afraid if some of this stuff rots. It's gonna happen, especially early on because you haven't got a fridge. Now, I'm gonna make me some burgers. Actually, the first thing I'm gonna do is see what meds I can make. I can make a couple, at least one of these anti-toxic ointments. So I'm gonna make one of those. I think that's all I can make in the medical department, but these are very helpful because dermal parasite can be given to you relatively easily, and it is an absolute bitch. So after that, I'm going to knock up a bunch of burgers, because burgers give better food than the energy bars, but they don't keep anywhere near as long. And then I'm going to knock up some more energy bars with the rest. Now, after that, I'm thinking we need some weaponry. So, here we have what we can make in this small constructor. Now, there is an assault rifle and a shotgun available to us, but they haven't been unlocked. So if we just press tab again, we can go on top and go to the tech tree. There are shortcut keys for these. I think there are your F keys. I believe if you press F3, you go straight to the technology tab. F4 does logistics and certain things like that. So we will go to weaponry, and here we have the shotgun, which is available to us at level 3. We will take the shotgun, and we will take the assault rifle. That's all we can do right now. However, this is where the copper is going to come in handy. Let's grab those burgers, because we'll chow down on those before we go to sleep. We can now knock ourselves up a shotgun and assault rifle. And unfortunately, we're going to be quite low on nitrocellulose, so I'll show you how to get some more of that, because steel plates we can make from iron, copper ingots we can obviously make from the copper we've got, and nitrocellulose is going to be the thing we need to make bullets, because steel plate copper we've got, but nitrocellulose is going to be the major important thing. So, nitrocellulose. First thing, each of these. It says here, market price 5, but if we go to making the ingots, you'll see that 5 ore make 10 ingots. So that's 60 copper right there, and 60 iron. So that'll be a good start. But we're going to need a bit more nitrocellulose in order to get ourselves going for bullet wise. I'm just going to chow down on these burgers while I head over here to get some nitrocellulose. Nitrocellulose, you kind of wonder what the hell it is, but it's dead easy to get. It's basically plant fibers. that we can use the plant fibers that we already had, but a good way to get plant fibers is to shoot a tree. You shoot the tree, it's very slow shooting trees, unfortunately, to start off with, but there we go, 8 logs into our inventory. And we'll shoot another one here, and we'll get another bunch. The other thing you'll use a lot of nitrocellulose for, or trees for, is making carbon substrate, which is basically plastic. It's one of the blocks in the game, and if you are looking for carbon substrate and not sure, it is basically rocks and trees. So we're going to slap those trees in there, and that's going to let us make a good few bullets. So let's have a look. I think I want to make, if I've got 60 ingots, I can probably make 5 of those, which will give me quite a count of shotgun rounds, and I'll make 5 of those as well if I can. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to make all of that because of steel plate, but there's interesting ways to get steel plate. Unfortunately, as I'm sure you can see, it's getting quite dark, makes it hard to see. So you select your tent, plonk that one down on the ground, and if you just press F, you can go to sleep. And here we are the following morning, just like that. Our constructor's been working overnight, so we have more burgers. We're going to put this back in the constructor because we can use constructor as a nice bit of storage. We have some more energy bars, a shotgun, and an assault rifle. So now I tend to have my shotgun as number 1, the assault rifle as number 2, and now the survival tool is going to go to number 3. We have rounds. Rounds are plenty. We'll knock up the rest of those ingots just to transfer them into ingots. The other thing it wouldn't hurt to do, even at this early stage, is with logs, you can make biofuel from plant fiber. And if we're going to be looking around here a while, it wouldn't hurt to put some biofuel on the go, because we will need biofuel once we get a ship. Obviously, there's going to be a few limits as to what we can carry, but we're going to start looting this place. Some more steel plates and some matrices. We'll chuck those steel plates right back in there, and the matrices back in there. That's always very good. Oh, Chief, one of the engineers I worked with on my first assignment on the Apollo station. Chief Plant. Okay. By the way, IDA, did you notice that the whole wreckage seems to be weathered? It was lying around here for quite some time, and it's on its side. There's some thrusters here, which would be lovely. This is how to get to space right here. I'm already analysing the traces. IDA is saying, the first results show the hull damage happened about 11 to 13 months ago. How is that possible? We only just crashed. Months? How? What? How? Indeed. Okay, let's say this is correct. It is, Commander. Ooh, there's another cargo container right here. Ooh, multi-charge. We can worry about that later. Some events could take a lot of explaining. Chief Lutz had a theory about time dilation in the vicinity of an unstable warp field. Oh, look, my burgers just went off. You'll notice now number 4 has some rotting food. I didn't even eat them all, I forgot, I was too busy chatting. And now it says, an irregular warp vortex around the Titan that we went through could have caused us to face some time dilation. It could be one. This could be considered one. Okay, so we're going to dump that in here because rotting food actually has a use. Okay, let's consider this is not 2473 but 2474. I think we should investigate the wreckage more closely. I'm trying, but you won't shut up, IDA. A bit more difficult. Maybe we can get some more info about what happened to the fleet, if nothing else. So those charges I picked up that I mentioned, while we're at it, I'm detecting electronic current nearby. Happy days. Could it be one of these devices? No, nothing of interest down here. Those charges that we found. Oh, there's a cargo container right there. Flux coil. Okie dokie. Ooh. As we still have it in our inventory, we'll drink a couple of milk because that can heal us up. Oh my god, I've got indigestion already, which means I'm just going to knock back all of those and then take an indigestion tablet, because you can see now above my thing I have indigestion. Now, for most people, indigestion is a discomfort, and nothing more, and will eventually subside. However, in this game, it can progress into something very serious. Let's see if someone has left another note inside. Okay, let's do that in a minute. So, before it progresses into something deadly... Ah, look, Chief Plants. No, that's something that came automatically from the container to us. I'm going to have to take a stomach pill to cure my indigestion. Oh, here we go. Captain Brenner and most of the flight team were killed just seconds ago. A projectile hit the bow amidships. I was incredibly lucky with my absolute justified My absolute justified criticisms made after we ran into this mess caused the lieutenant to send me to the lifeboats seconds before the bridge was hit. Karma? Maybe not. Now I can leave this room. So I can't leave this room. The doors are sealed. I'm standing in front of the lifeboat section and cannot enter it, which doesn't matter anyway. This whole section is missing, and I'm staring into the sky through a big hole in the hull. The ground is coming closer. I just heard the tearing of metal. The ship is breaking apart. This may be my final entry in this PDA. I'll put it here. Maybe I will continue it later. Hopefully at least one of our engineers did their job when creating these structurally strengthened sections. Emerson Ensign, UCH Heidelberg. Commander, the optical sensors have detected something attached to one of the machines over here. We'll have a look at that. More mechanical components. Another box right here. Another multi-charge. It's making me very hopeful. We will find a multi-tool. Some optical fiber. These multi-charges can be used in multi-tools. A multi-tool is something that is available to you to build. In the technology tree, under tools, there is a multi-tool, which we are going to unlock as we're looking at it. And the ore scanner, which we won't bother unlocking for now unless we need one. We'll save the points for something else. A multi-tool is a bit like the survival tool. It doesn't have a drill function, but it does have some other very, 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 very useful functions, like retrieving whole blocks. Pad taped on it. It looks like it's written in our Academy secret code. Let's see if I can still decrypt this. Did I actually manage to reach the pad? Oh, I somehow managed to reach the pad on that constructor. Okay, timestamp. August 26th, 2473. To whoever finds this, the Heidelberg is lost. Only a few survived the crash. Palant has already made contact with the local natives, the Talon. They must have seen us coming down. We literally crashed into their front lawn. Now we are heading towards the Talon settlement. The Zirax are on our heels, but they have lost interest. Or they are currently held up by the rest of the fleet. The last comm we got basically said the fleet is in retreat. The Titan is lost, probably crashed on the moon. Not sure if the crew survived. The MS Grand has sent an encrypted signal, which we hope the Zirax will not be able to decipher for a while. This is our ticket out of here. Some friends have put up a teleporter device in the wreckage a few kilometers away. Yes, we've seen it. Emerson, the lucky son of a blank, has generated a keycard. I'm not sure if there are other ships coming down or other survivors. I'll leave a hint for those that might come later with instructions on how to generate a keycard. For authentication use AI routine 34. Otherwise, the console will self-destruct instantly. If this plan fails, I advise every survivor to go to the Talon villages. These guys have helped us to survive and might help you as well. Good luck to us and whoever is reading this. See you soon, M. Okay, M. Okay, this is slowly painting a picture, a teleporter, but we have no info on where to find it. Really? We walked right past it. IDA, in a pile of rubble, and find thing. Good news, Commander, I've located the console the writer was speaking about. Yeah, me too. Okay, IDA, give it a rest. We can use the constructor, but it's probably not powered. It does tell us there's quite a few cargo boxes here, which we might want to go through, because if we can find a way to access drop-down simulator, we can go through all the cargo on the ship. Okay, so from a story point of view, we have to head back to the teleporter. From a tutorial point of view, I would say be aware that if you're going back to teleporter, make sure you have built some guns. You are going to need them. That's all I'm going to say. And for that, we've reached our time limit for today. I'm going to carry on just looting around here. And I will ask you to see me again next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Like and subscribe as always. See you again.